Hey, thanks for clicking on my video. This is Postmates Paul, and I want to talk about the implications of flirting with a customer while you're doing Postmates, as well as a customer flirting with you. Let's get started. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to grow and be a better delivery driver, then just make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You won't miss any of my amazing content. There's a fly in here. So I'm on Twitter a lot, and I'm checking out Postmates tags and things like that, seeing what customers are saying. It actually gives me a lot of insight to what's going on. So almost daily, I could find 3 or 4 or even 5 examples of basically customers flirting with Postmates drivers and Postmates drivers flirting with customers. Now, I just want to say this right now. What you do as an adult is your own business. However, if you were working for Walmart, checking people out, and someone came up that you thought was attractive, you wouldn't flirt with them because you have a job to do and there's a camera on you. But there's something about being a delivery driver where you think, oh, there's no camera on me, this is just between me and the customer. But in reality, a lot of your conversations when you're doing deliveries are being recorded now with Ring and Nest and home security cameras. But also with social media, everybody loves to be flirted with, and they love to post out that they were flirted with, especially when it was someone in customer service, and they love to tag the company. So in almost all these scenarios, Postmates is tagged, so they know that something was going on. Now, a big one I'm noticing is people are giving large tips. Throwback to when my Postmates driver was so fine, I tipped him $50 in hopes he would come back, and I'm gonna censor that last part. Yeah, $50 tip. And as a driver, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like, $50, awesome, man, they're so cool. But in reality, this guy was like, I was hoping he'd come back and make some love. So I basically told him, I said, wow, I didn't know that's what a big tip meant. Postmates tips, tricks, and hacks. And he like laughed back. This is another one. This is like a famous person, actually. Nate and I ordered breakfast using Postmates, and the driver was so hot we almost invited him inside for a threesome, but I was starving and wanted my pancakes more. So that is a little weird. Like, I've never been invited in, or I don't think I've ever even been flirted with. I'm engaged, so that stuff kind of goes over my head. But I have received a lot of big tips, and I'm like, is that why they were tipping me? And it doesn't stop there. I mean, it's not necessarily just, dudes hitting on dudes within this thing. Some women also flirt with men as well, and this would make me incredibly uncomfortable. Just so you know, as a driver, I know there's a lot of people in the comments that are probably gonna rip on me and say, "What are you talking about? I wish some girl would do that." Well, I'm not single, so for me, puts me in a precarious spot because a woman goes up and is like, "You're cute as fuck." Da, 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 da. Now I gotta freaking delete this text. I gotta tell my fiance. I gotta do all these actions so I don't have any guilt on my conscience. So yeah, I would actually avoid redelivering to that apartment complex for a while. Probably that's just me, but I bet a lot of dudes, this is their dream scenario. And I mean, if you look at this one right here, my Postmates delivery driver communicates better than my ex. I mean, I think we had a commercial about that. Like, it was kind of like, your Postmates driver knows you better than your boyfriend,
Hey there, Carla Chameleon.
Who's Carla Chameleon?
Oh, hey, Steve.
Hey, Karma Chameleon. But I think some people kind of look into it like, oh, here's this stranger who just kind of breezes in and out of my life and brings me stuff. So I think it might be easy for them to, I'm not saying idolize us, but kind of put us up because we're kind of a faceless entity in their lives. They can just be like, that's what a man should be, or that's what a woman should be. But in reality, they know nothing about us. Now, if you look at this one right here, the Postmates driver risking it all. And first off, if you're going to do this, at least learn your turn of phrases. Saying it from the bottle of my heart. And I know that was probably just, grammar correction, but if you're going to do it right. This is pretty crazy. In the very first text, she says, my boyfriend kills people. At that point, you think like, got a boyfriend, da 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 da. He not just doubles down, like quadruples down and gets desperate. Just so you know, in the comments, she went to Postmates, she tagged Postmates, and Postmates has already responded to this. This driver was probably just deactivated. It's not worth it, guys. It's really not. There's online dating now. You literally have a slew of women. Just because you're in the front delivering to someone, they're not asking for that. Now, this is the creepiest example that I was able to find. And just know I'm definitely omitting everyone's name because I want to protect, the customers and the drivers and everything when possible. This delivery driver came back after the fact, and she didn't open the door. You know what I mean? I guess he knocked, and he left a cologne spray note under the mat. So in in the comments section, Postmates was very helpful, and she got him reported, and she requested that she wanted him fired and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, is it worth it? I mean, first off, I actually gave this woman a suggestion. I told her to file a police report and get with Postmates. They'll give up all the driver's informations. Leaving a cologne laden note under a mat as a delivery driver is incredibly creepy. It has a rapey vibe. Like, really, it has a rapey vibe. And it has a murdery vibe too. If I came back and I found that, I would absolutely call the police and say, what is this, the Riddler, the Joker? Like, they're trying to leave a note with, what is this? So yeah, I just don't go back to the house. It's not worth it. I guess if you were going to have a moment and for some reason you thought you were connecting, that was your moment. Don't return. It comes off as really, really, really creepy. That was all the examples I could find for today. If I spent maybe 3 or 4 days, I can keep capturing screenshots, but I think you get the idea. Just because if you receive a big tip, don't think they're flirting with you. But I do notice that as a guy, I've had more men hit on me than women. I'll put it that way. I've absolutely had more men hit on me for sure than women, because I think women just really want to use the service to get their food, and like it's like a means to an end. But I think for the man, we always kind of keep opportunity open, and so I've had guys like I've gone up and apologized and been like, hey, I'm really sorry. I just want to say it took a while. The kitchen was a little backed up. Have a great day. And they're like, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. You're really tall, and that's what they say. And I mean, hey, it's a compliment, I guess, but it makes me a little uncomfortable. Like I said, I don't think I've ever been hit on by a woman. I've definitely never tried to hit on any customers or anything like that. That's weird. But you need to use this video as kind of a guide, a moral compass, if you will. Should I do what I think I should do? Should I flirt with this customer? Should I accept these advancements? It seems like if a customer is advancing on you and you're into it, then do what you want. You're adults. But I think as a single person, the customer has to initiate it first, or make some kind of very clear motion, like the you're cute AF girl when the guy was getting off the elevator. That's very clear and to the point. But if you're reading into it, if you're reading between the lines, a lot of times people just want to be nice just because you're at their front door, and they have to deal with you, and they're being just as nice to you as they would to any stranger that would come to the door and try to like sell them something or leave a pamphlet at their door or anything. Like, oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, nice day. All right, well, I gotta go. I thought it was an interesting topic. I see it come up a lot with drivers, and for some reason it's a repeating pattern. It's obviously very fringe compared to like the overall amount of complaints. This complaint is very small, but it seems like every day there's a couple of people that are flirting with their customers, and it's kind of interesting. I recommend just don't do it. Online date if you want to get a girlfriend. That's just my thought. I just thought it's happening so much, I should address it. Go right ahead. I can edit. It's okay.
I felt so bad. I was like, I don't
This
know.
is video recording, and like I'll make a joke about it. Like, my roommate just left, and then I'll immediately cut back to my topic. It's totally fine. Don't even trip.
So sorry.
But the fact that this is coming up daily, it does need to be addressed. Once you leave and you think that you're Don Juan or Mr. Suavecito, you're gonna know that that customer is probably tagging Postmates, and they're probably working to get you fired. It's not worth it. Not at all. However, if you do get a big tip, don't return to the house. That's not what it means. I don't know. I just wanted to make a really quick video and just kind of discuss this. Like I said, I think I've had a few guys hit on me, and obviously I'm engaged, so flattered. But I've never had a woman hit on me. I think I had one woman be really nice to me because she wanted me to stick around. Hold on, not for that, not for that. She wanted me to stick around because she actually wanted a pack of cigarettes to be delivered. And she's like, hey, I don't want to wait another hour for another driver. Can you just hang out? I'm going to order it from across the street, and maybe you'll be the one to pick it up. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So I went downstairs and I just waited, and she like went back up, got the order, got the cigarettes, gave it to her. And she was just like, thank you. Like, she was being flirty, but in like the, you did what I wanted, thanks kind of way. And I read right through it, and I was just like, all right, cool, thanks, see you later. And she double tipped me. That was really cool. So maybe she was flirting with me. I don't know. But I got 2 tips out of that, and all I had to do was, be nice. Have you had any customers that have flirted with you? Have you tried to flirt with any customers? Leave a comment below. If you're thinking about driving, not hopefully to find love, here's my code. If you want to start driving for Postmates, then go ahead and just use my code right here. Or likewise, in every single one of my videos, you can click the link to get signed up using my code, and they'll let you know what the bonus is at the time of signing up. This shows me a ton of support, and you don't have to pay for any monthly Patreon or anything like that. You just get a bonus for doing some deliveries, make some money. It helps me out, and I continue making great content. So thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you on the road.
¿Qué onda su chacho? Arriba las manos, caballo moreno, penetra tu barrio. Enseño un borrón a hacer un rock back frente.